What up, what up, what up, what up? Back at it once again. It's your man, Boss Gang VIP with the weekly money watch. Last week was an absolutely amazing week in the market. The market went absolutely crazy at the end of the day. Friday, I know a lot of people made money trading SPY at the end of the day. I saw a report where somebody turned or could have turned 1 penny contracts into like $3 or $42 or something like that. It ended up being, they said if you put $2,000 in, you could have made $1 million. Imagine making $1 million off of 2,000. Pretty crazy, right? Those are the type of things that happen in the stock market all the time. So that's pretty cool to know. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so that you can get the updates as soon as they drop. Don't want to waste too much time. We're going to start off like we always do. We're going to do a recap on the Roth portfolio. We hit an actual new all-time high last week in the market. So that was an amazing thing to see, hit an all-time high here. That was pretty amazing to see. And we want to just keep this going, right? We're headed in the right direction and we want to get as many people involved as possible. So if you know anybody who's interested in investing and learning how to build a portfolio the right way, then definitely make sure you refer them to the channel. We're going to keep this going. Let's check out the economics calendar for this week. Monday, June 3rd, construction spending, auto sales on Monday, Tuesday, job openings. Wednesday, ADP, employment, U.S. trade deficit. Thursday, initial jobless claims. A lot of people will be paying attention to that. Friday, consumer credit, wholesale inventory, U.S. hourly wages year over year. These will be important factors in the market as well. And then getting into the next week, there is nothing scheduled on Monday, June 10th. So no news is good news in this situation. Let's get into the almanac for the week. The first trading day in June, Dow has been up 28 of the last 36, but down 4 of the last 5 from 2008 through 2012. So overall, historically, the first trading day of the month in June is definitely overall bullish. Tuesday, the 4th, is actually expected to be a bullish day. June ends NASDAQ's best 8 months of the year. It actually started back off October lows, so keep that in mind. Wednesday, typically a down day. Thursday, typically a bullish day more times than not. And Friday, the market is historically down, but typically mixed. As we can tell, the market has been on a complete tear. It has been having a mind of its own. So we're not going to try to guess. We're just going to play what we have in front of us. We have some great setups I'm going to be looking at this week. As you guys know, I like discounts, and then I also like adding to things that are already strong. There's some good things out here, and I'll explain what those are. I know why you're here. Let's see what we're looking at this week. One of the setups I'm going to be looking at for this week is Bristol Myers. And I actually want to break this down on a couple charts just to kind of show you guys how I look at this. And let me maximize my screen. And this is my yearly chart right here. And I always tell people when we look at these charts, you guys know that I always tell people to zoom out on these charts. I want to know the exact trends of every single movement. Now, as I look at this chart, I see we have lows here, 2007, 2008, and then we have highs, 2021, 2022. But if you look at the price action and we count back the years, you see how low it is. Let's count back the years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the lowest the price has been on BMY in 11 years. Now, why am I interested in this here? Well, I'm actually going to go through these time frames and kind of break these things down for you guys. So initially, you know how we do. We always make sure to draw our broadening formations. And if you don't know how to do that, I am going to break down a video sooner than later about how to draw your broadening formations. But then I'm going to go as well to these quarterly charts. Let me maximize this. So if we see how we have highs and lows here, and we currently took out all these levels, right? So we currently took out the high levels and the low levels of the previous current time frame, right? So from here, this high, all the way to this low. If you notice, this price action is all in between. So we took out the highs and the lows. So if we are going to get a reversal, why not get a reversal once we take out the low of price action? Let's go down to a monthly chart. Let's go to the monthly chart so I can kind of show you what this looks like. And we're going to keep breaking this down on this chart, especially for something coming off of an 11-year low. You're definitely going to want to pay attention to that. So this is what those highs and lows look like on a monthly chart. You can see all that price action that was taken out, and we're looking to make a move back up. Now, if you notice, it says 41.14, but on the chart, we're down here. I'll show you what this looks like on a smaller time frame, but you can see what this broadening formation looks in. We're actually below that broadening formation. So let me pull it back here and let's get to this week chart. Oops. Let's get to this week chart, and then I'll maximize this. And we can actually see what this price action looks like on a week chart. Now, for reference, I am actually already in BMY. When did I get in BMY? I'll explain exactly when I got in BMY, when it was down here, made this reversal to the bottom and push back up. What we're looking for is for it to push back up to this broadening formation, push over 50%, high low is 48.34. That is the high low of all that price action. If institutions decide to push it back up inside this broadening formation, there's a good chance that if we fail, it's going to be 48.34. But if we succeed, we have a long way to go above the $85 level. First stop being around 70.57. I only know this because I've charted it all out. Now, if the stock were to go from 41 to 44, that's still a very nice move. If the stock were to go from 41 to 48, that is an even better move. If the stock decides to go from 41 to 85, that is 100% on the underlying. Let me break this down to the day chart so I can show you what this is looking like. People are probably wondering, why does he keep backing out when he's maximizing instead of changing the time frame? It's just, I just want to make sure I don't have any errors. But actually, we're able to get in on this reversal down here. I'm up about 27% on some BMY. So we'll see if it continues to go the right way. But as you see, we have a day reversal here that's leading up to that weekly reversal. And if we push up again, we have areas above head, and there's pretty much nothing that's going to stop it. So the same way we saw that there was nothing to stop it on the way down, I don't think there's going to be anything to stop it on the way back up. Stocks go up and down. So even if something's going down, it will go back up to a point. So we're going to be looking at that broadening formation. But if it decides to break back above that broadening formation and it is a true reversal, this can be off to the races. Let me tell you the price action that we're looking for on this one. We're actually looking for a trigger on the 4 hour on this one. So we are looking for a 212 4 hour above $41.14. 212 4 hour above $41.14. This is BMY coming off of 11-year lows. Let me skip over one and go to this NU. NU has been an absolutely strong player. There's not really too much to say about this one. I'll maximize this 4 hour chart so we can see what this looks like. So we've continually pushed up, and we are in between broadening formations, and we had a gap here. All these gaps were filled, right? But we've been constantly staying above this broadening formation, and you see we rejected the 12.5 level on the way up. But we are at the bottom of that broadening formation here. Let me zoom in here. So we are looking, and this is on the 4-hour, for a 312 4-hour entry above $11.89. You can see the price finish at $11.88, and then we have a clear broadening formation on this 4-hour off this 3. This is most recent, so this is the range we're in, and we're going to see if we can get back over this 1227, maybe up to the 1240 mark just to start with, and then ultimately take out those highs. But that's what we're looking for here. 312 4-hour above $11.89, and then obviously the continuity is basically all green across the board. It's not too much to say there. Not too much to say there. I'm a shareholder. I'm a options trader on this one, and it's been absolutely fantastic. It's been absolutely fantastic. So we're going to keep taking advantage of the push on up. I definitely own shares, and I continue to add to positions just like we're doing in the Roth portfolio. It continues to go our way, so we're just looking for opportunities to add to these positions. The last thing I'm going to be looking at is Rivian this week. Got Rivian off some super low levels here. We actually got a 2 down on a year here, and it hit a low of $8.26. Since then, off the low on the year, it's kind of pushed back up. We're about the $11 level, as you can see. But let me zoom in, and you can kind of see we pushed down on this quarter, and we're back inside previous month's price action that it hit. Once we get up a little bit more, we'll actually really be inside that price action where we want to be. Let me show you what this looks like on a monthly chart. We are currently 2 up on the month, so little corrective activity off the 2 up month. It's interesting, there's like literally on this higher time frame, you barely see any wick down here, but we are looking good here. 2 up on the month there. Let's go to the week, show you what we're looking like on the week. On the week, this is where we are. So we trended down this broadening formation for a minute. I got some catalysts coming up this week. We're going to be looking for it too. But as you can see, we hit the 212 week last week. Everything is looking really, really good coming off those lows. Very, very strong. So you see this uptrend off this 826. So we see the 826 down here, but we see on the weekly chart. So we got to these levels, corrective activity inside bar, open up or pull back inside, push back up to have a strong week. Now, I expect us to maybe open up somewhere inside next week, possibly. Let me show you what this looks like on the day. It was pretty cool because it was actually down 0.5, but this is what we're looking like on the day. So price action right around this 490 mark should be pretty solid, but the actual entries that we're going to be looking for are a 212 on the 4-hour above $10.95. That trigger is 3 pennies away. That's what we're going to be looking for on that one, right? So we're going to let me move this over. Oops. Let me do this. Let me activate it. So we're looking for a 212 4-hour above $10.95 on Rivian. Last week I made a comment on the weed stocks about marking up the charts, and somebody asked me a question. They said, okay, but how do I mark up the charts? I haven't forgotten about you. We are going to have special sessions, as I mentioned earlier, about marking up the charts. I'm going to break everything down. Some people have asked, where do you trade? If anybody is interested in our private Discord, you can visit alphapack.trading.com. With that being said, this is Boss Gang VIP 2 Up Investing. I hope you guys are ready to have a wonderful week. Mark up your charts, get your levels, go over some contracts. If you get any wins, let me know. If you have questions, make sure to put them in the comments below, and I'm gonna do my best to help as many people as I can. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can get the updates as soon as they drop. With that being said, let's have an absolutely wonderful week. It's your man, Boss Game VIP. Money Watch. I'll catch up with you guys next week. I'm out. Peace.